I'm going to start this video out by saying something that's pretty bold, to be honest with you. And I'm going to say that the Detroit Lions got the guy that everybody wanted. And we've used this kind of a title, honestly, in the past. We've talked about Dan Campbell. We've talked about Brad Holmes. And those are always kind of looking back and seeing like, oh, this is the guy that's the premier at that position. But I am taking a guy who hasn't even played a down of NFL football yet. And I am going to just kind of uncover the pre-draft process that happened with him that just has coaches, specifically running back coach Scotty Montgomery, absolutely gushing over the newest Detroit Lion running back. And that player is none other than Sione Vaki. And he won over the Lions running back coach during pre-draft visits. And if you watch this video, he's going to win you over as well. Now, first, let's talk about what it took to get Vaki. All right. In order to get Vaki, we had to give up some things. We traded a 5th and a 6th and next year's 4th. So this year's 5th, this year's 6th, and next year's 4th for this year's 4th and the 6th. So essentially, we swapped 6s and we got rid of next year. We essentially traded up to get him. We gave next year's 4th and a 5th for this year's 4th. And it did, I think, end up moving us back in the 6th, but that doesn't matter. So you knew that they wanted this guy. But if I told you that it was a running back who in 6 games got 317 yards on 42 carries, that he found the end zone twice, he had 11 catches for 203 yards and 3 touchdowns, would you say that's a guy that you trade up for? No. But now knowing that he played safety and he simply wanted to do what was best for the team by switching over to running back when they were low on running backs and then ended up being the best running back on the team. By the way, a position that he did play in high school. It was unbelievable. Brad Holmes said good things about him. Don't worry, I'm getting to what won over the running backs coach and what will win over you too. Brad Holmes said this. He said, he looks so natural as a runner, Holmes said on draft night. I was like, wait, where did these backyard instincts of his come from? Of just him running the ball and making these plays. Not only does he have these instincts that are more natural than we thought, he's not even majoring in it. All right, so basically what we're seeing is we're seeing someone who, I love that term, he's not majoring in it. This is his minor. It might not even be his minor. It might just be a side gig that he enjoys, but he knew everything. But what really sold the Detroit Lions on this, what really sold Scotty Montgomery were the 2 meetings that they had with Vaki before the pre-draft process. All right, he had all the grit. We know that. He had all the toughness. We know that. All right, but he displayed incredible intelligence and curiosity. This is nuts. All right, in the first meeting, Montgomery peppered him with a ton of information that the Lions used their running backs for. It was intentional. He was trying to overload him with all this information. He was trying to just like overload and just fill his brain more than it possibly could because he knew he had very little experience at the running back position. All right, he was honest. He said, I don't know most of this. Love that. I love the humility. Instead of feeling like you need to know every answer on the test, you're able to say, I don't know that one, but I'm going to learn it. And by the end of the meeting, because he was able to admit, I don't know that, and it was explained to him, he was able to reproduce all of the information. So while he didn't know it because he just never had known it before, he at the same time was able to hold it in and regurgitate the information, showing how smart he is. But it was the second visit, and this is where I want to show you some of these things on this that Scotty said that really sealed the deal for Montgomery. He came into the meeting having done an incredible amount of research on the Lions offense. He wasn't about to go into this meeting feeling overburdened. So here's what we got. It said when he came into the building, he had maybe watched all of our tape, just about 80% of our schemes. He had personally drawn all of them out. versus different coverages versus different fronts. This is what Scotty's telling us. He didn't know the name of it because he hadn't been told the name of it. He just knew the technical name of it. So when he sat down, he had his folder and he just started opening it and flipping it and said, Coach, you guys run this, right? Okay, yeah, against Las Vegas. Okay, that was against, it was refreshing to see an old school mentality of just doing the work. Not having anybody else do it for you. You have it all drawn out the way that it needs to be drawn out, and then preparing for those visits in that way was so impressive. Is this not the kind of player you want on your team? And then what I'm going to challenge you to do when you're done watching me sitting here talking, all right, because I can't take the clips or highlights or anything like that and put it on here. Like maybe when you're done, what you need to do is go watch his running back highlights. And what you're going to see is a guy, when he's playing safety, he almost looks slow. He's aggressive, don't get me wrong, and he's good, but when he is playing running back, he looks faster. He's in aggressive mode. He's attacking. All right, his hands are unbelievable. Go back to his high school tape, and you're going to see him catching. He was a running back. He might have been the best receiver on the team. All right. And I forget what running back he was with in high school. It was another just amazing. I think it's an NFL running back now. And so he didn't get as many carries. He was the third down receiving back. And he was unbelievable. So it's not like he's never done this. So you can put him in there on third down. So this is insurance for both guys. He can be a good runner. He's raw, but he can be a good runner between the tackles, and he can be the guy who is your third down back. So if Gibbs or Montgomery are hurt, he can be a good backup for both. Last year, we had Craig Reynolds. Love me some Craig Reynolds. All right, but he's not that dual threat running back. He's not. He's more in the mold of a poor man's David Montgomery, right? Like he's not going to do a ton in the passing game. He's going to run between the tackles. He doesn't have a ton of speed, and he doesn't even have a ton of size, but he gets the job done. Vaki is able to do that, but also go out of the backfield, catch balls, and make plays. So, yeah, I'm standing by it. The Lions got the guy everybody wanted, and they knew it, and that's why they gave up a lot to it. They gave a lot for it. All right? Now, the practices that have been open to the public, he has repped exclusively at running back. Like, there's not even a question of what position he's playing at this time. All right? And already you can just see him, based on what we're reading in reports, what people are saying, the mental aspects is already better. All right? It's already better. All right? Final quote from Montgomery. He just understands, okay, here's what we're doing here. Here's why we're doing it. And this is how it fits into the schematic whole for our football club, Montgomery said. So everything that he learns every day, he has it. He's been as good as most guys that we see from a rookie standpoint, from a mental error standpoint, the fundamentals piece of the position. We've still got a little ways, but mental error-wise, he's been really good. So does he need to learn some more of the fundamentals? Yeah, but he's coachable, he's adaptable, and he's a quick learner. And if you watch the film, you're going to see he has the skill set. He's the guy that everybody wants. Thanks for watching. Thank you for 20K, 20,000 subs. So happy about that. So appreciative for all of you. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.